You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Cane getting busted and Claire cheating? Question mark? Maybe. We'll see. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, reach down, hit that subscribe button. We have got predictions for Adam and Kane, for Cole and Victoria, for Chance Chancellor, for Audra and Kyle, and also for Claire and Holden. Let's get right into it. Our very first prediction, Adam spots Kane in Genoa City. So Monday spoilers have Kane ditching all his guests in France. He creeps out of the party, leaves the chateau after telling everybody there's no way to get out of the chateau, and he heads to GC. And meanwhile, he texts and tells Amanda he'll be back in 2 days and says, keep everybody entertained and distracted. They've started to figure out this whole thing is one big distraction, but they think they are stuck. Obviously, they're not if Kane made his way out. On Tuesday, spoilers have Holden and Kane meeting at Crimson Lights. Holden is the one buying up real estates around Newman and Jabot businesses for some backup plan that Kane has cooked up. Wednesday, spoilers have the man in question getting a blast from his past. Thursday, Chelsea notices someone running a con, which that'd be good that she notices it since she is a con woman. And Friday, Adam crashes the party in France while Victor is one step ahead of Kane and Nikki worries about the future of Chancellor. So given that Kane is in the most popular coffee joint in Genoa City this week, he had to think he might be spotted by somebody that he knew from his past while talking to Holden. With Sharon gone, maybe Kane thought it was safe, but Esther certainly knows who Kane is, and she is running Crimson Lights for Sharon. Of course, it's not like she can call and reach Sharon since there's no cell service at the chateau. With Kane getting a blast from the past while he's in town, we got to wonder who sees him and obviously comes to talk to him. And I suspect it could be Adam Newman, because if you remember, Victor's son heads to France in an absolute panic, and he's got big news to tell his dad, Victor. So if Adam sees Kane in GC after he realized somebody's buying up a whole bunch of key real estate, he may figure out, okay, Kane must be Dumas, not Tucker, like so many people assumed, and that's why he runs off. Chelsea's spotting a con, so that might be that Holden or Kane is doing this, or Holden's doing it on behalf of Kane. And so Chelsea tells Adam what she thinks is going on. Kane was able to get out of France just fine, but people are going to be getting impatient while he's gone. There's still something going on with the railroad tracks because of the bad storm. So things are treacherous as Adam has to work really hard to get to Victor to spill the news he's found out. Adam shows up sweaty and disheveled when he is at the Newman rail car, and he tells Victor he discovered something he is not gonna like. Our second prediction, Chance Chancellor murdered. On Monday, Chance opens up to Abby and Devon and tells them that Kane said somebody is trying to kill him. And everybody's wondering if that's just hokum and that Kane wants Chance there, spreading this around as a distraction. They also discuss if Kane is indeed at risk of being murdered, whether he invited his potential killer to the party. All right, so clearly Kane's not going to die. They just signed Billy Flynn to a contract to play recast Cane Ashby. So none of the Newmans are going to die in this murder mystery either. We know that. So we've been promised a murder mystery, and I doubt the Abbotts or Winters are going to die. And again, Billy Flynn as Kane isn't going to die. However, it could be Chance who is the victim in the murder mystery, because we know that Connor Floyd has already left Y&R. He is over at Days of Our Lives. He has started filming. He is taking Billy Flynn's old role on Days as Chad Damaris. So it's a soap casting flippity flop between Days and Y&R. And as a matter of fact, here's a photo of Connor Floyd all excited about his new dressing room over at Days of Our Lives, where he started filming last week as Chad. However, Connor's episodes won't air on Days for another 9 months, maybe 8 months, because Days has this insanely long 8 to 9 month tape to air delay. So because Connor has already left Y&R, it would absolutely make sense that Chance Chancellor was the one to get whacked. He was only on recurring anyway and rarely seen, but it would be a big deal if a Chancellor legacy offspring died when Cane and Victor are battling over Chancellor industry. So I wonder if Chance is killed and either Victor or Cane or both are blamed. Our third prediction, Audra chickens out of seducing Kyle. So on Monday, Diane's warning Kyle that she thinks Victor and Audra are setting him up. Spoilers have Kyle promising his mom he's a step ahead. Also on Monday, Damian is grilling Audra about Kyle and Holden. He warns her he is watching her. He is very protective of his brother Nate, and he thinks Audra is going to hurt him. Audra tries to reassure Damian, but that's not going to buy her anything. She's ready to make her big move on Kyle to get the rest of the money Victor promised her for splitting up Claire and Kyle, and Audra needs that cash for Vibrante. But Diane's watching, Damian's watching, and I think Audra's gotten soft because she is falling for Nate and has gotten close to Amy. In the end, I just think Audra is not going to risk losing Nate and decides she'd rather risk losing the money that Victor promised her. But Josh Griffith also said old feelings might bubble up for Audra, and those could be for Kyle. And we'll see if Audra is conflicted and whether she goes for it or not. I kind of doubt she's going to cheat. Our fourth prediction, Cole Howard dies. So in the preview video for the week, Victoria and Claire are back in Chicago with Cole. He's glad they made it there in time, and they're like, in time for what? And he says to say goodbye, and he tells them he is dying. Thursday spoilers have Victoria get shocking news. So, if Cole is indeed dying, as he says, I wonder a couple of things. First, if Victoria marries Cole on his deathbed, poor Victoria can never catch a break on Y&R with any man. But, we rarely see Cole, so he's basically disposable. But Claire will be beside herself if Cole dies, since she never got to know Victoria or Cole as her parents for her entire childhood. So if Cole dies, it might push Claire to the dark side, and that ties into my fifth and final prediction. Will grieving Claire turn to Holden and go too far? So, of course, we have this preview of Cole saying he's dying. So he may pass away from this highly curable and rarely fatal instance of Legionnaire's disease. I looked it up. I told you guys the other day, this just doesn't kill people. The recovery rate is staggeringly high. In healthy people, it's like 90 to 95% survivable. Obviously, some people die, but come on. So if her dad dies, Claire may fall apart over losing him. Kyle's in France. She can't reach him. And unless things change, Cane is basically got them all believing they can't get off the chateau property. Claire would be devastated, and she wouldn't have her boyfriend Kyle there to support her. But Holden is around, just like how he comforted Claire when he found her in mid-panic attack in the park the other day. I suspect Holden would comfort Claire if her dad Cole does die. As a matter of fact, head writer Josh Griffith might be killing off Cole specifically to give Claire a motive for straying with Holden and crossing lines. Normally, I would say Claire would never cheat on Kyle because she loves him, but if she's grieving and distraught and can't reach him, Claire could wind up in bed with Holden, which would really make things much messier.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.